of the whole thing, but it's worked out well too for John Thompson because he's leading. There is Neuer. This battle group continues. Number 8 got up in front of him now, and that is Grant Schuber. Just getting a little bit untidy there, I think, was number 187, Paul Clark. You get a good look at them as he gets around Steve Neuer. So Neuer, remember, carrying our second camera, and there is the view from that camera looking back at Philip Smurthwaite in car number 47. This is a battle at the moment for 8th, 9th and 10th. Trying to get in on the act as well is car number 56, David O'Connor. David O'Connor in danger of being passed as well by the look of it by number 41. So there is Jeff Story, number 316. Been around the E30 series right from the very beginning, but now driving his own car. So problems there for number 58, Tony Hewson, a mechanical issue, as we go back on board with Richard Batchelor. Now, he was the leader for quite some time. I'm not too sure if he's the leader now. John Thompson was leading, car number 99, and I think that's Thompson in the distance as they work their way through the Austin's turn here at Hampton Downs. Past the apartment complexes, past the business garages. Tony Hewson pulls it off onto the grass, so his race is done. There is Richard Batchelor. Now he's under intense pressure from James Sachs, and Sachs takes the position as they come out of the hairpin. So James Sachs now gets into second place. Batchelor goes back to third. 747 Tony Richardson would be fourth. Then it would be Jeff Story, number 316. Batchelor coming back on Sachs. Is Sachs going to leave the door open? No, he's not. Cuts the apex nice and wide as they head round this long right-hander. The secret in these E30s, in fact in any class here at Hampton Downs, is you carry the speed to head up and over the top of the hill. That's what John Thompson's doing as he heads to the flag position now. Is he going to get his first win in the E30 series? You bet your life he is. Wellington's John Thompson wins it. In second place, will it be James Sachs? Yes, it will. And in third place, it'll be Richard Batchelor. Fourth place will be number 747, Tony Richardson. And in fifth, it was Jeff Story. So the rest of the field funneled through as we check the overall results. John Thompson saves his best performance to last and gets his first win of the series from James Sachs, Richard Batchelor, Tony Richardson, Jeff Story and Grant Schuber.
John, well done. Your first race win. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Just run us through because you had a bit of work to do.
Yeah, I did have a bit of work to do. I was 6th on the grid and a couple of fast cars in front of me. And it was all just going to be down to getting clear on that first lap, trying to get through, and I had a really good first lap. It was a good way to win my first race.
James, congratulations, your first race meeting and you come home with a bit of a podium.
Yeah, thank you very much. No, very, very stoked. Got some good genes. I think I got petrol in the blood from my dad, so yeah, very happy. Thank you.
Just in that race, where did you start from? Did you have to do some work?
I did have a little bit of work. I started in 7th, and apparently we got up to 2nd. I didn't actually have any idea until I got greeted in the pit. So yeah, no, very happy.
So one race still to come to decide the Castrol BMW Series for the E30s. After 7 hard-fought rounds, it comes down to this, and the two protagonists are in the field. Watch for 999. That is Matt Griffin, and watch 2 for car number 64, and that is Brent Allen. And you're riding with Matt Griffin, and there's no love lost between these two. A little bit of rubbing as they come out of turn 1 here at Hampton Downs. And Griffin it is that's stolen a bit of a march on his title contender, and that is Brent Allen. Oh, I thought he was going to get squeezed going into 2, but he doesn't because Marty Irvine's in this mix as well. So too, number 35, and that is Tony Easton. This is the view, though, from Brent Allen's car. Race leader, though, is his arch nemesis, and that is 999, Matt Griffin. Have a looking out there for Daniel Rollison as well, because he's in this mix in the points chase too. Plenty of points on offer in this last race. So 2 cars carrying our cameras here. This is the second one, once again looking out the back window. This is car number 79, Charles Dodds, and he's in the mix right here in the heavy traffic zone. Someone just off as they came out of the hairpin. You see the dust clouds ranging up. Oh, and some problems here for Charles Dodds. Can you believe it? He's not going to get to complete 1 lap here at the final E30 race at Hampton Downs. He's got a mechanical issue. He's going to pull it off onto the grass, and his race is done. So we've just got the one onboard camera now, and it is in the race leader's car. Matt Griffin, number 999. Brent Allen right beside him. Marty Irvine in there as well. So too, number 35, Tony Easton. Richard Oxton in the mix as well. Well, we saw a fine second place from James Sachs in the Group 1 race. And he is, of course, the son of John Sachs. And, of course, we've got Richard Oxton, who is, of course, the son of David Oxton. So both sons of famous fathers and both really enjoying their BMW series. This freight train at the front of the field, the fastest cars on the circuit at the moment. Griffin, Allen is in there. So too is Marty Irvine, Daniel Rollison in that group as well. Tony Easton just trying to tag onto the back of it with Craig Schuster. There he is. Down into the hairpin they come now. The second battle group just as tightly contested. Mike Ashton in there as well, a veteran of BMW ranks, was go back on board with the man in second place. Brent Allen ahead of him, his nemesis in the points chase. It was close coming in. Will the overall result make the difference in the overall championships for the E30, because they'll combine the groups 1 and 2 for the overall points situation. And there is a great look at it, the championship unfolding before your very eyes. Matt Griffin being chased by Brent Allen. First and second as they head across the stripe here at Hampton Downs. 999 leading 64. 42 wants to play as well. This is Daniel Rollison, a fine fourth place in the previous race here in this group. Number 5, Mike Ashton is there as well. Has competed in every single Dunlop Targa that have been going. Decided he wanted to race for himself in the E30 series. He did that. This man did it as well. He was the champion from last year. This is Marty Irvine. He's currently sitting in fourth place, and behind him it is Dan Rollison in fifth, so no change at the front of the field. Now I just wonder if the mathematicians have got out the calculators and know that Brent Allen probably doesn't have to pass Matt Griffin to win the title. You saw that they were rubbing real close in the early laps, but now the gap just seemed to open up a little bit. Griffin in the front, you ride with him here, looking out the back window. Behind him, Brent Allen, his nemesis in the title chase. Then we go back to Marty Irvine, and then it is Rollison, then it's Richard Oxton. So he's got in front of Tony Easton and Craig Schuster for the moment. There is Rollison, across the stripe he goes. Comfortably in fourth place. Well, maybe what I said before doesn't count anymore, because Allen's fanned out across the racetrack and is trying to go round the outside of Griffin to take the number 1 spot. Can't do it though. Griffin shuts the door as they come through that off-camber turn 1. You're on board once again here with Richard Oxton. He is trying desperately to tag on to this lead bunch. Oxton currently sitting in 5th place. Up and over through turn 1, turn 2 complex, down heading into the Austin's turn he comes now. Further down through the field, car number 88, Fred Barton, John Tyler having a good little battle. Sorry, Grant McAfee having a great little battle. Further down in the mix, but the intention is the same. You just got to get past your fellow competitor. And that's what these guys are trying to do as well. Huge fields we've come to expect in the E30s, and it hasn't dropped off since the series first started years ago now. But this Castrol series has really brought it alive. Not uncommon to have 50 or 60 E30s turn up for a meeting. Well, they say the cream rises to the top, and it doesn't get much better than 999. Matt Griffin, he holds out his nemesis, Brent Allen. But does Allen realise that if he finishes in second place, he will still claim the title? Maybe discretion is the better form of valour here. Closing it right up under braking once again, but still Griffin making that E30 just as wide as possible, and it's making it hard for Allen to get past. Normally a good passing opportunity down into the hairpin, the barrel 51 turn, but there's nothing Brent Allen can do about it. Has he conceded the fact that he's not going to get around Griffin? And does he know that second will be good enough? Down into the LG turn they come once again, the championship unfolding before your very eyes. Matt Griffin in the front, Allen in second. Don't forget Marty Irvine. He sits in 3rd place in car number 1, the champion from last season. Up the hill they come once again, that at some stages must feel like a mountain for these E30s. But at the top of this mountain lies a championship. 999, Matt Griffin is going to win the battle, but will he win the war? I don't think he will, because the man in 2nd place will have done enough to claim his first E30 championship. So Brent Allen finishes in 2nd place, but does enough to win the E30 Championship for the 2010-2011 series. So if we have a look at the overall results, he did all he could, did Matt Griffin. He got the win, but it wasn't enough to deny Brent Allen the championship by finishing second. Third place was Marty Irvine, and in fourth it was Daniel Rollison.
Brent, congratulations. It's been a hard year, but you've come home. The title's yours.
Yeah, it was. The Monia brick and roof car did as well today in this race, and we've been trying hard all year. Hard work's obviously paid off, and yeah, what a race that was. We knew what we had to do, so we just stuck in behind Matty there, and yeah, we know what we needed to do. So yeah.
Great way to finish the season, really, because that race really was the boomer, because you had the former champion right behind you, Marty, as well.
Exactly. Yeah, I see Marty coming through the field. It was definitely nipping at us. If we got the fast lap in that, it should put us first for the round as well. So yeah, see what the results say.
Matt, well done. Last race you came through with a checkered flag, but championship-wise, second.
Yeah, I won the race, which was the last race for the day, and came second for the championship. I'm happy. Well done to Brent. He had an awesome championship. He's a great driver, and Marty too. He got third. So I'm happy to have second.
Marty, even though you had a sort of dead engine, bit down on power, but boy, what a race to finish off.
Oh, it was great fun, and I'm just wrapped that the weekend ended up the way it did. Yeah, the boys up front had a clean race and managed to keep Dan Rollison behind us, and yeah, we had a good little battle going there as well.
So overall, you see that Brent Allen is the champion, and it was just that close between himself and Matt Griffin. In third place, champion from last season, Marty Irvine, and in fourth, it is Daniel Rollison.